the last Wednesday of the month, so you know what time it is. It's time for you to go ahead and enter into the man cave.
Real quick, what play we gonna run?
You look like a coach, though, man. You look like a coach.
As always, a Smoooth Productions.
Hold up. But Deion Sanders is not making 93 million.
Now, you don't never dip your pen in the company ink.
I'm glad you said pen. I thought that was going a different way.
No,
I didn't know where that was about to go.
Well, you can clip this. If I gave you 168 million, I want to know what type of fabric softener you're using on your initiatives. You know what I'm saying?
That's where you want to be. You want to be Steph. You want to have that range like that. You know, and not just have the range. I mean, Steph can get to the cup.
We're going to have that platinum tier for the platform sports talk show. You know what I'm saying?
We need some platinum sponsors. That's what we need. You know what I'm saying?
Messi, he could be described in 3 words. He's so horny at that moment. Yeah, I said that. That's going in the highlight tape. I know it is. You know,
knee alone. Friday, knee alone.
Fresh Prince knee alone.
The best man, knee alone, man.
Well, anyway, it was a good run while it lasted. So
Then they were exactly who we thought they is.
And that's why we say we look at the guys that are in our OTE arena is who are you? You know,
Crazy story. The first time I touched a basketball court, I cried. I didn't want to go. They forced me to go. They put me in the van.
It's a give back to allow young people to experience the game, to learn the fundamentals the right way.
All right, so it's the Man Cave coming to you live from the Platinum Sports Talk Network. My bad, Smooth. I won't mess it up no more. I got you, man. I got you. You know what?
It's a platinum show, man. It's a platinum.
Yeah, the show is platinum. That's why I keep saying it.
Yo. It's the last Wednesday of the month for the first time in 2025. I want to welcome you into the Man Cave. It's your boy Stanton, baby, and I'm joined by
Rio.
And guess what, y'all? We got the full clip for you. Pow. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, guy. Oh, bad timing. But look, everybody's here. We ain't gonna waste no time because we got a lot to talk about and some, pretty new stuff to talk about as well. So first and foremost, I want to bring in the elder statesman of the show, the OG, the A1 since day one. I want y'all to please show your love for Sadar.
Sadar, the selector.
What up, y'all? The real estate DJ in the house.
That's
What's going on, brother? How you doing? You all right? You good?
Doing well. Can't complain.
All right. We can a little bit,
I heard some things went down at a certain game. I can't wait to talk about that at last night. So
yeah, I can't wait for the audio to catch up to your face because, brother, I don't know what's going on.
Is it delayed?
A little bit, just a smidgen.
Okay, I'll fix that.
All right. While we let you fix that, we're gonna bring in on time. God damn it, this is crazy. We're gonna bring in the blackest man in radio, the blackest man in this podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your love for CP time. And that ain't colored people, that is Central Place time.
Central Place time.
He on time. I want y'all to show your love for the one and only, the Mr. Craig Black.
Craig Black.
Hey, gentlemen, how y'all doing, gentlemen? Yeah, cheers. Happy first show of 2025, the last Wednesday of 2025. How about that, man?
Yeah.
Hey, we know what that drop that Sadal just hit. I'm jealous. Now I got to go buy me some equipment. I need some drops coming into the show. I'm gonna do my thing now. Now the selector got me. I'm like, damn, I like that. What's up, fellas? What's going on?
I would say just borrow some from work. It's only one time a month,
Yeah.
Who would know?
Who
would know?
That's true.
But all right, we got Craig here, the number one Commander fan. We got Sadar. We got me. We got Rio. And guess what? We got breaking news. I don't know if you are privy to what has taken place on last night, but at the Chaffetz Arena, there was some chaos at the Chaffetz. I ain't got a lot to say. What we gonna do is we gonna let the footage do the talking.
Hope they didn't unload the clip.
They uploaded the clip. It's a
they did.
No, they didn't.
Who was at the SLU game last night, sat real close to the action.
Okay, Doug joining us right now on the Collier and Thompson phone lines. A gentleman with...
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. I'm going to rebuke that right now.
We having a good time tonight. Come on. All right.
Okay.
Dang, they don't want us to be great. Technology.
It's like, dang, they don't want us to show the chaos at the Chaffetz. But guess what? We won't be denied.
Who was at the SLU game last night, sat real close to the action.
Okay, Doug joining us right now on the Collier and Thompson phone lines. A gentleman with his own podcast, which I believe I have been on. And Doug, is it called the Platform Sports Talk Show?
Well, I'm not sure. Perhaps we should ask him.
I believe that's what it is. I've been on it. Joining us
They
right
got it
now
wrong.
is Smoooth. Good morning, Smoooth.
Hey, good morning, y'all. And yes, you are correct. The Platform Sports Talk Show, your Wednesday night sports delight, goes on every Wednesday, everywhere on social media.
There you go, Doug. There it is.
Tonight. Okay. Today's Wednesday. Can't wait.
Yeah, and yes, and as Tim said, I had the pleasure of having him as a guest about maybe 2 years ago now.
Yeah,
and
I feel
it
like
was,
that's what it was.
Yeah, it was one of the best shows we had, man. Very open dialogue, shared a lot of stories, and it was just a great time.
Hold on, is Smoooth a lemming?
The white gong.
I don't think people realize just how beloved I am.
Is this a plant? Was this a plant?
Smoooth, you texted in to say that you were right there. So what took place? For those of you just joining us, maybe you didn't see it, there was a brawl in the final 70 seconds of the Billikens' win over VCU, and we're trying to find out what caused it. So you're an eyewitness, Smoooth.
Yes, so my mother and I, it was her first game ever at the Chaffetz Arena, and I wanted to take her out to the game to enjoy the experience. So we got there super early, sat in our seats, and we saw the mother of Philip Russell, who used to play at Vashon High School, and she arrived, her family started coming down, of course, started getting packed at the arena and everything. So here goes the fun part. So during the game, no hate on, older white people who like to drink, but y'all know how y'all can get at times when y'all can start heckling the refs and heckling whatever, just talking stuff. So anytime there was a play that happened during the game where Philip Russell was involved in it, they would just say, "Oh, that was a foul on him," or "Oh, he missed that shot." And so anytime they would say something, then his mother would turn around. Now, I think early on she was just playing with him, just going back and forth. And so she would say, "That's my son. That's my son, and he gonna do whatever," stuff like that. So going on throughout the whole game. So right at the very end of the game, during that last time out with about 1 minute to go in the game, something got said. She turned around and she started walking up towards our row. Now, the people that were heckling her, one group of people sat right in front of our row, and then 3 seats over was where there was a man with a nice big can of Bud Light or Bush, whatever one it was talking stuff, getting red in the face. And she started walking up, and she wanted to actually sit in what she thought was an open seat and just continue to play around and just talk stuff. However, one of the men, I guess it was a lady or wife, told her, "Hey, you can't sit here. This is my seat. You got to leave." And she kind of touched her. And there's one thing about black women. If you don't know them, you can't touch them. And the mother said, "If you touch me again, it's going to be a problem." So something to that nature. And then the white man that was sitting 3 seats down from us started talking. So what you going to do? Don't come up here and whatever, talking all this stuff. And my mom and I was like, wait a minute. It came from being playful banter to all of a sudden, I think it's about to be a problem here. So I said something was going on. So I grabbed my mom. I said, Mom, come over here to my left. Let's go towards the aisle. So all of a sudden, this young black man who was sitting further down to our left, who I think was part of the family or friends of the family, he just walked across my mother and I. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So he stood up and just stayed right in front of the white man that was talking stuff. And all of a sudden just swung on him. And all of a sudden, here goes the melee. So I grabbed my mom. I said, Mom, let's go ahead and go up these steps and get up out of here because we ain't got time to, be a part of the mess. Now, for a minute, I thought about going viral and using my phone like, hey, let me record this. I'm like, no, let me go be smart. My mom is here. This ain't the experience that she deserves to watch. But all of a sudden, the melee was just going crazy. So as you saw in the video, they going down the steps, choking and pushing, and the whole nine, and it was just a whole mess. But it all started because the mother and a few of the fans were kind of going back and forth all day, but it was in a playful way. But I think what happened, as my mom was saying, was that the mother instigated it and made it worse by actually coming up to the step, because the mother was like maybe 5 rows down from where the fans were talking stuff from. But she walked up the steps in her mind thinking it was all good. And that's when the white lady was like, hey, this is my seat. You got to go ahead and leave. And then it just got personal and it went out of control.
Wow. So we saw a video. There was a taller guy in a Billiken sweatshirt, smooth, bald guy, and they were trying to get him out. Was that the guy that had the exchange, or was it the older guy who was getting pulled down the steps in the video? Or were they not involved with this initial confrontation?
So the bald guy, which sat right in front of me, he wasn't having an issue with the mother at all. So it wasn't him. It was the guy that, like you said, was getting pulled down. He was the one that was instigating it even more with the mother. But the bald white guy, I guess because he was cool with the people that he was with, once the melee started, maybe he got agitated by something, whatever, and then he got animated. But no, he originally was not part of the issue. Now, he was one of the ones that was yelling at the refs throughout the game or whatever, but it wasn't anything towards the mom. But maybe that was his wife, that the seat was that she tried to sit in, and the lady said, no, this is my seat. I'm not sure, but like I said, he was part of that group. But when I saw the replay and how animated he got, I was like, oh, man, this man sat right in front of me. So, yeah, it was just crazy. And I don't think they ever had a melee during a basketball game at Smoooth before. So that was the first, I think.
No, I don't remember. You didn't see anybody get seriously hurt, did you?
Say it again.
Was anybody seriously hurt as far as you could tell?
No. And then as my mom and I were walking up the steps, there was a young man wearing all red hoodie, red sweatpants, and he started walking down the steps, and I'm like, uh-oh, this ain't good either. And then you see him on the video. Now, I'm not sure if he was part of the fight, but he was in there trying to get into the middle of things, so I'm not sure if he did anything as well. But it was just a very interesting experience, I would say, last night for my mom's first game.
That was her first game. Oh, my.
Will you be discussing this on the platform?
Yes. So I need everyone to tune in 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube. Just put in the Platform Sports Talk Show. Tonight is the All Fellas show called The Man Cave, where anything can go down. So check it out. Everyone subscribe to it like y'all subscribe to 101 ESPN and TMA.
Oh, fair.
And,
fair equal.
Hold us down.
And real quick, we want to take this moment to thank all of you for going to YouTube, whatever social media that you went to tune in right here to The Man Cave, which is a subsidiary of the Platform Sports Talk Show, passionately referred to by Craig Black as the Platinum Sports Talk Network. Because we a platinum tier show. Craig, I hope you know you muted.
Oh, I'm unmuted now. Yes, sir. We're platinum, baby.
All right. But yeah, that was the chaos at the Chaffetz. The Billikens won, I believe, by the way. So, shout out to Slew. The St. Louis don't take no ish. I don't even know if it was outside of St. Louis person that started it. But, we here. Shout out to them Billikens. Shout out to Miss Dub, our faithful number one fan. Hello, Miss Dub. Happy last Wednesday of the month to you. I would like to commend our fearless leader and our illustrious producer, Smoooth, for his composure while telling the story.
Yes.
Because I would have got kicked off the air. But, I would have described it, be like, yeah, some young, I would have got kicked off the air. So, shout out to Smooth. Shout out to Mama Smooth. A hell of a first game, if I do say so myself. I don't think anything can top that. I don't think anything.
The best part of his whole interview was calling out the old drunk white people for doing what they do when they get drunk.
Yeah.
Yes, Smooth. That was great. That was just, man, that was classic. That was classic.
My favorite part was when he was like, something's telling me, it's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go.
His naysayer sense was tingling.
The spidey senses, man. The
naysayer. His naysayer tense. His naysayer sense. I can't say what I want to say. And naysayer sense is tingling. When 2 or 3 are gathered and moving.
Yes.
Gathered and moving.
We ain't asking no questions. It's like, got them. And if you see your race, my people, going toward the situation, you really got to go. You got to double time. You got to move every and anyone out the way. But we just wanted to shed a little light. Anyone got anything to say about it? Ria, you want to speak on it? Seeing as you torn between the two right here.
I mean, it's not much I could really say about it. Like I was saying behind the scenes, I mean, unfortunately, it's one of my hometown schools, VCU. I'm from Virginia, so that was Virginia Commonwealth University that was there, that was playing them. So, I mean, things happen in the strangest places. And unfortunately, that was a strange thing that happened in a unfortunate place. So, I mean, shout outs and kudos to the Billikens for keeping composure. Shout out to everyone that helped, kind of contain the situation. But again, to Smooth, I applaud you, bro, for maintaining your composure, and not showing the other side of, how we tend to act when we see things like that. So shout out to you, and hopefully you'll take your mom back to see another game so she can really get the full experience of a Billikens game without the mass confusion.
She might have to go out of town.
Go out of town.
Y'all might have to go to an away game.
So that's my take on that. It would have been better if we would have won, but I mean, hey. So
VCU did win.
So at the end of the day, it all depends. I'm glad that Slew won despite all the distraction.
The producer said we did. Yeah. We talk about the fight. We were victorious.
Come on, y'all.
Away with the victory. We came, we saw, we kicked ass and conquered. You got anything to say about it?
Well, Malice in the Palace. That's all I got to say.
Man, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God. Man, it was going down. But man, you hate to see that happen at a basketball game or anywhere where like people are gathered and they're just for a casual entertainment event. You don't want to see that. And I don't know. It kind of speaks of the mood of this country, I guess. Everybody's on edge, tense, and just, one little bitty thing sets people off nowadays. So we just got to be mindful of, you know, where we are, who we talk to, how we treat each other, man, and just, you know, chill out and, you know, take a breath, count to 3, something, because that's no place for it in that sort of setting, man. It ain't even that serious, for real. You're arrested for what? Going to a basketball game? Come on, man. Think, man.
You're stupid stuff.
Craig.
Stupid stuff.
You platinum, baby.
Well, Sadar hit it, you know, he hit the point, you know, it's kind of indicative of the climate of this crazy country we're living in right now. So I'm just glad Smoooth got Mama Smoooth up out of there, so she's safe and she's all right. Nothing happened to her. That's the biggest thing right there. I already said what he did in the interview. He called out the people for, you know, being drunk and acting a fool. But you know, it's just these sports, man. You know, it's a lot of trash talking. It's a lot of hate being spewed through sports now, and it's kind of crazy because, you know, it's like we turn into other countries, man. You know, you've seen it before, but now it's coming to light in your face, and it's like, come on, man, calm that down. It's a game. It's not that serious. I love my team like you love your team, but you ain't got to get that personal with it. It doesn't have to go there. But this is America, and that's it. I'm just glad once again, Mama Smoooth is safe. That's the bottom line. Yes.
It's like you said. It's like me and Sadar, we're Rams fans. T-Bone is the 49ers fan. We hate each other's teams, but we're not going to duke it out about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the end of the day, it's serious to the players. But even the players know that once the whistle blows, it's like, all right, cool. That happened in the game, in the heat of the moment. We take some time, move on about it. But yeah, that is what's going on in the city. But right now, I want to know what's the word, fellas. It's been 2 months since we actually did this with just us. We ain't got no interruptions or any visitors this time. So I just want to know what's going on. What y'all want to talk about that is taking place in the world of sports. That is not a topic for tonight.
I got something.
What you got, Sadar? What you got?
Maybe something that didn't happen. Deion Sanders is not the coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Man.
Yeah. It's like I said, you know, it's like, but that ain't even the big story. It's who was chosen as the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And why he was chosen and how they come up with the decision to make him the coach.
Let's work.
Let's
work.
Why is that decision, and how that decision, I should say, going to help the Cowboys get back into championship mode? It's ridiculous. Brian Schottenheimer was chosen. If you haven't, you was under a rock.
Who?
Schottenheimer.
Who?
Brian Schottenheimer.
Who the hell is that?
I know.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, that's Marty Schottenheimer's son.
Yes. So he was chosen as the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Now you notice I didn't say Aaron Glenn. I didn't say Ben Johnson. I didn't even say Bill Belichick. I didn't say Deion Sanders either. In fact, none of them were interviewed for the job, which baffles me, because if you were all in, you would take this opportunity to get some of the best coaches, notable coaches there is available out there. But I think, well, I guess Jerry Jones has gone all in on his savings and picked the bargain coach, the bargain bin coach, and put him in there and figured, hey,
he used his expendable.
Hey, if I win a Super Bowl with any coach I want, why not pick him? Huh?
Yep. That's who he picked.
And that's his attitude. That's been his attitude for almost 30 years now. And for 30 years, they hadn't panned out. And it looks like he's not going to change his philosophy at all.
So I believe Jerry's problem is it has to be all about Jerry. It's Jerry's world. I mean, that's just what it is. He could not hire Deion Sanders. That was not going to happen because Deion his personality is bigger. His everything. And let me put a pause all over that. But everything, he's just a bigger presence than Jerry. So it's like Jerry wasn't having it. Jerry was not going to let Deion come in there and outshine him. So Deion's like, nah. Jerry's like, nope. Let me go get somebody. Go me give a little puppet I can, push around and do what I want them to do. So once again, it's Jerry's world, and that's why they're going to be terrible for the next 30 years until somebody replaces Jerry Jones. I don't know who was going to be one of his sons or somebody, but they need a GM over there bad.
They got it. Unfortunately, it's Jerry Jones.
They need a GM over there bad.
Yeah, and like you said, Craig, you said it right the first time.
But Jerry Jones,
man, crazy.
Oh man, but Craig, I got to give you kudos where kudos is due.
Correct.
Because your organization shows what a difference it makes when you really adapt the we not me mindset. Like, think about it. That was the Commanders' first time in the NFC Championship. And how long?
33 years.
Long, man.
1991. Was that
33 long years.
91. Yep, 91.
So yeah, I want to take this time. We have a video that we'd like to play since we were speaking of the lover of holes of glory, Mr. Jerry Johnson.
Lover of holes.
The lover of holes of. Oh, you ain't seen that video?
Oh my God! No.
The lover of what?
Oh, you got to see the video.
Yes, and I haven't found a way to make this video pop back up. I've outdone myself. We're gonna get to that later. It's actually been 7 years. Jesus. We're gonna get to that later though. But real quick, I wanna play this clip for you guys real quick.
Now here's Jerry Jones saying glory hole.
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes.
Yeah. I might have to put it.
I didn't even know that was the clip that was gonna play. I'm thinking it's the other one.
That was the other one too.
In 2025, we got a fresh.
Damn.
As you get older, you tend to speak your sober mind.
Jerry, old freak.
Jerry, old freak. Glory hole video. This is fire.
Jerry, old freak, man.
The freaks at night are big and bright.
Glory holes and baby oil.
Hey, you want to know the crazier thing? That ain't the first or the second time he said that.
Right.
I mean, he a regular.
Every time's a charm. That brother got the whole dog in his home bathroom right now.
He said this during an interview on ESPN.
He don't care. He'll say it here. He'll say it there. He loves glory hole everywhere. He does not care. Okay. He is a dirty Dr. Seuss when it comes to that. But we gonna keep this train rolling because I got some things I want to talk about. Ain't none of them glory hole. Craig.
Hey, shout out to my man Jacquez Wilson. What's up, Jacquez? He a barber. I think one of my barbers, community cuts for kids. Shout out to that dude. He was in the chat. I just want to shout him out. Go right ahead, Stan. I'm sorry. I just saw it in the comments. My bad.
I was actually handing it off to you. What you want to talk about, brother? In the sports world.
What I want to talk about.
Outside of your Commanders.
Outside of my Commanders, oh Lord, is there anything else to talk about? I mean,
you got other teams up there.
Lord, I mean, this is it's the biggest topic. It's the biggest thing going on in the DMV right now. So I really don't. I mean, I'll say this. Okay, outside of my Commanders, I am happy that my hometown basketball teams, my Terps and my Hoyas, are looking good this year. They're looking good. They're not great, but they're looking good this year. They're not terrible. So I watched a couple of games over the last couple of weeks, and my Maryland Terps and my Georgetown Hoyas, they're trying to get back to those old glory days that we used to have here in the DMV. So that's about it. I can't talk about any other basketball. We go to hockey, and my man Ovechkin, he about to pass the great Wayne Gretzky before the end of the season. It's going to happen. I think he's like 20 goals away from that record right now. But outside of that, that's it. That's it. That's all I got for y'all. Everything else is Commanders.
Craig was over there reminiscing about them good old glory days.
Yeah.
Careful.
Not the glory hole, the glory days. Yes, I knew you would. I see where you were going with that. I see where you were going with that.
You left yourself open for that.
I see where you were going with that. I said glory days.
Word of the night right there. That's the word of the night.
Please don't leave yourself open for some glory hole. Rio, what's the word, brother?
Let's see. Where should I start at first? I mean, I know. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to the Jimmy Butler situation down there in Miami.
Come on back home, Jimmy.
Jimmy gone.
No, he ain't. Somebody will take him.
I don't know what Pat need to do down there. I don't know if they're going to get a deal done before the end of the trading deadline, or they're just going to have to ride it out and do it on the off season. But that's a lot of yeah, I heard that too. That's a bad thing, bad situation down there in Miami. And the only thing I can say is, I mean, they got to do what they got to do as far as Jimmy Butler goes, because he's a distraction now, and most distractions become detrimental to a team. So the best thing for them to do is try to move on from this.
He posted a funny video today of his credit card declining with the suspension.
Yeah, I thought.
Y'all spending my asset.
Yeah, they said that man like $4 million already.
What is his biggest issue right now with Miami? Why is he acting the way he's acting? What happened in Miami? I don't know the backstory to why he's acting out right now, because he used to be all about Miami, nothing Miami. You know, that was his safe haven, and now he hates Miami. What happened?
He needs to be paid.
It's man. CCT. It's contract conversation time.
Yeah, he needs to be paid, Craig.
Oh, it's about the money. Okay, I know his contract was up.
What I'm saying
I know that.
It's not like a long-term thing. I'm just saying he just needs that extension to carry him, you know, on through the next couple of years. I guess he's looking for that deal. Does he deserve it? And what? How old is Jimmy?
Is he a max player? Is he a max player?
Max player? Not right now.
Not without like no. What was that when he first got to Miami? Where was he before Miami? Philly,
yeah.
Like that that ending Philly, beginning Miami. Jimmy Butler, yeah.
No, he's not. He's definitely not a max player. No. Yeah, he's not gonna get no max deal
he's making $48 million this year.
44. He lost out on 4.
Yeah, he lost out on 4 so far.
He lost out on 4.
He lost out on 4 so far.
Boy, that's dwindling. How many more weeks we got of this season? A lot. Whew.
Next year he's due to make $52 million.
Allegedly,
yeah.
That's if they open the doors and welcome back.
They don't. give his salary and his rights to somebody else.
My thing is, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Come on now. I mean, I understand, pro athletes they get paid and that's big money, but you make $40 million in 1 year, and you mad because you want an extension right now. I mean, man, just play out your damn contract, dude. I mean, that's a lot of money, man. Come on. Why are you acting this ass? I mean, it's like, and I'm a big Jimmy Butler fan. I thought he, because my Wizards are so terrible. I was living vicariously through that squad when they were going on them runs last couple of years in the playoffs and stuff. And he seemed like he was that leader out there. So it just, I'm mystified right now he's acting like this in Miami, because Miami seems like that type of organization. They remind me of a stand-up type of organization. Who can I mirror that organization to football? Like somebody like I don't want to say the Patriots. I don't want to say that, but
they're stand-up people.
Yes, they are.
No, they are not.
Well, whatever, a stand-up franchise. So how about that? They seem to be that way. So at the end of the day, I just think he should, come on, you got 2 more years left on that, man. Ball out and get your money. If you don't ball, it's a lot of other teams that be willing to pay you if you ball out. So do it on the court, man. Stop acting the ass. I mean, it's not. I ain't a fan of that, man. You got all that damn money.
Send him to Denver.
That'd be crazy.
Send him to Denver.
Yeah.
That boy go to Denver, and the way Denver is looking right now,
send him to Denver. They need a Jimmy Butler right now. I like Michael Porter Jr., but he's streaky.
But starting right.
Huh?
He's starting right now.
Yeah, so just give me Jimmy Butler, some picks, and y'all can take Michael Porter Jr.
Westbrook still in the starting lineup right
Westbrook is starting and balling.
I don't think that's gonna work.
It'll work.
Them is too. Well, Russ is settling into the fact that doesn't have to be the main guy.
Man, Russ shooting 50-some-odd%, 56% from the field
because he doesn't have to be the main guy. He's not the main guy on the team with the Nuggets. He gives them opportunity.
Look how many years they took him to find that out, though.
Yeah. Jimmy not gonna find it out.
He's gonna find it out once he gets there.
That is hilarious right there. That comment right there says it all. Why did it take that long to find that out? That was classic.
I think that, to me, the older that you get, you done made all the money that you can make.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's not about trying to solidify how much money you can put in your pocket. I mean, you can look at it like that, but if you don't have no hardware, to me, I mean, it's cool to have the money and everything, but hardware. You don't have no championship hardware. Then I mean, you just out there just chasing money. That's all you're doing.
But he could have, if he'd have developed this role back in the day when he first started out with OKC back in the day when they had that squad, if he'd have been, they could have been so much better. But he didn't want to be that second fiddle, man. He didn't play that way. He didn't. I don't know, man. He was
the second fiddle was James Harden. Fiddle 1 and Fiddle 1A were Westbrook and Durant.
And that was the problem. And that was the problem there.
Because the thing is, the problem with it was that they both they didn't. What's the word I'm looking for? They didn't
mesh.
Not even mesh. Like they didn't support each other. It was like when one was good, the other was good. When one was bad, the other was bad. It's like there wasn't no.
They didn't play complementary.
Thank you.
Basketball. That's what it was. Yeah. They didn't. They didn't. He didn't make. They. As a point guard, Russ was the point guard, so he was supposed to distribute the ball and make everybody better around him. I mean, but he was,
They didn't make each other better.
And that's why they fought 2016.
Yeah.
Because one was bad, the other was bad. And I think James Harden was
Russ had too many bullets in that clip that Stanton brought to the top of the show. That's what it was, man.
I mean, he is from Cali. You saw him up there walking on stage at the Kendrick show. I'm like, oh, please. When I saw him up there walking, I'm like, Utah, you gotta stop messing with Russ. He got the blicky in his bag. Please stop. He gonna catch all outside, Utah. But cool. Everybody done talked about what their word was. I want to talk about these excuses that all these people make for every single quarterback whose name is not Lamar Jackson. I'm about sick of it. I'm about sick of all of it. Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Let me tell you what Joe Burrow did this year. He was first in passing yards, first in touchdowns, first quarterback of the ones I'm talking to not make the playoffs.
Okay.
That's Joe Burrow. Let's go to a quarterback that did make the playoffs. Went pretty far. Just lost recently. Josh Allen. 3,731 yards, 14th place. Tied for 7th in touchdowns with 28. Right? Now, they praise those two like it's nobody's business. When, oh my God, they were great. Lose, they got all the excuses. He was injured. His receiver wasn't available.
Okay.
This problem, that problem. Let's go to Patrick Mahomes, getting ready to go to the Super Bowl. 7th in passing yards with 3,928. 9th in touchdowns with 26 of them. 11 interceptions. The most interceptions out of everybody that I've named. They've had a horrible season, right? Pat Mahomes is the first one to tell you, we've been playing horrible this year. And they have.
They have been.
And, you know, they get all the excuses in the world, right? They've been playing horrible, yet still they find a way to be resilient. That's the resilience of Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and the Kansas City Chiefs. Lamar Jackson had 4,172 yards. Tied for 2nd in touchdowns with 41. He was 6th in yards, right? Did Lamar Jackson drop that pass at the end of the game?
No,
he did not.
No, he
now, did he have his turnovers and all that in the game? Yes.
Yes, he did.
Did he talk about it? Yes.
He did.
Did he take ownership for it?
Yes.
Yes.
He did.
Was he rightfully pissed off about what happened that game? Yes. What did all the analysts do? They too ganged up on Lamar Jackson. They trying to say Lamar is a choke artist. I am here to tell you this. It does not matter when you choke in the playoffs. A choke is still a choke.
Correct.
For the past 4 years, that man up in Buffalo been just, and it's always at the last play of the game. He's always making some crazy, illogical ass pass all the way downfield, middle of nowhere. Like,
Kincaid was there though.
Okay, this year was different. Last year, when he launched that thing and they were showing all the open people in a closer range, and he said, nah, all the way down. I'm Josh Allen. They say I'm going to be the MVP every single year. How many MVPs does Josh Allen have?
0.
Okay. So it's like they don't think you can pull it off to be an MVP in the regular season, because isn't it voted on by like the press and peers and all that good stuff?
So,
yeah. They didn't have the confidence in you there, and then you turn every year and you prove them right. Because it's like when it's a clutch time, when you need to make the right play, what do? You got to sit at the podium at the AFC Championship game press conference, and they got to ask you the same question for the last 4 years. Hey, just lost. How does this feel?
To further your point,
yes,
let's talk about another quarterback that wasn't on your list. And before I even talk about him, I have to say this statement.
Oh my God.
I do not like the Eagles. I cannot stand the Philadelphia Eagles and their fans. Their organization can't stand them. But Jalen Hurts has been dogged out terribly by the media.
Yes, he has.
They complain about his passing. That's all they complain. Well, he didn't have but 200. Well, he didn't have about 100. who gives a flying
fudge?
He's winning. He's winning. So what? So when you complain about, oh, he doesn't look that good. He's not. He only threw this much. They won the goddamn. What does it matter if he threw for -2 yards? They still won the game. That's they kill me with that. I don't know why. I don't know why they treat our quarterbacks like that. But this NFL, it's kind of shady. It's real shady. And all the time, I don't even want to go that way with it. I'm gonna stop right there. I just think, and once again, I'm nowhere near Eagles fan. Can't stand them Bammers. I hate them to death. But they dog my man Jalen Hurts out. They do, man. He's the only player on that squad that I like for real. So it is what it is. I just think it's unjust. It's kind of it's really bullshit how the media does that, dude. But go right ahead. I'm sorry.
So yeah, that was my ultimate point here. The only quarterback that gets a pass can pass the test, if you know what I mean. That's the only one that gets a pass is because he can pass. That's the only one. Like I said earlier, he himself said,
"Yeah, we're not just playing. We're not playing the right type of football that we play here at the Kansas City Chiefs. It's just not. We're going to be better. We got to get better. We got to, if we want to reach the goal, we have to do what we have to do."
Twice.
He gets a pass because he can pass. That's a good one.
And
I like that one, Stanton. I like that one.
Magnolia. Yeah,
I like that one. I like that. He gets a pass.
Remember that shit in St. Louis, but that all of a sudden, he knows what to do.
He bailed him out twice in a row. 2 weeks in a row, he bailed him out.
I'm sick of him. It's cool because we gonna talk about what you were just talking about. Yeah, we had some conference championship games. Wait, no, hold on. I forgot another thing. That's the word, and I am shocked to say this. My Chicago Bulls won their 20th.
I told you they could win more than 19 games.
What?
You gotta have faith in them.
Oh my! No, I don't, brother.
Yes, you do.
You know what? You know what insanity is?
Man.
You know what insanity is?
Trust me, I do.
Yeah, brother, I'm insane in the fucking membrane at this point.
No.
But anyway, 20 games. We about to add a loss. We play the Celtics tonight. So, it's just like, we might pull that win off, but we playing in Boston.
Yeah, Tatum didn't play well last night at all.
Yeah. And then, the games he don't play well, that next game, that he got that St. Louis, more specifically, that UC chip on his shoulder.
Yeah,
It's like, I got to go out here and drop 58.
Yeah.
On 11 for 12, 5 for 6 from the 3. Like he just gotta go off. But yeah, that's what was on my mind. That's the word that I've got. But now we're gonna transition to something where somebody may have to take a drink or 2 or 3 or 4. Let's talk about these NFL conference championships that just went down this past Sunday. Damn. You gonna start
with this one?
Well, we here.
Where Craig go, man? Where Craig at?
All right, Craig gone.
Hey, so this how we doing, Smooth? This is how we gotta go. I mean, for real. I mean, we got. Can we not
think about it? That was technically the first game of the day.
In the promo, hold on. When we took this time out to cut this promo, we say we were skipping right past this thing, and now it seems like we got to do this topic. I mean, okay, y'all go ahead.
That skipping.
Rams fans got to take their medicine too, man.
We ain't getting no message about skipping it today.
Rams fans had to take the medicine too.
You know what? I will say that at one point I had faith. I thought the impossible was going to happen. I thought this rookie was just going to have the greatest year ever. And then Saquon walked on that field. And that's like, he just walked on the field. And I was like, well, better luck next time. And then the first play. Like I'm sitting there thinking to myself, we've been there. He did us like that too. Did us like that twice.
Oh my God.
But you know,
in your defense, because I'm gonna make mine real simple, Craig. It's nothing to down them at all. Everybody on this panel knows that if you turn the ball over, you're not going to win football games. If I'm not mistaken, I think they scored 21 points off of y'all turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, when you're turning the ball over like that, midfield, they're going down, they score, they give y'all a 3 and out, then they get the ball back again, and then they go down and score again off of you, after they done scored off a turnover. You're playing catch up for, pretty much the rest of the game. And it's hard to play from behind in football than it is in some other sports, because you got to get quick stops. You can't get the other team with man. You can't be playing from behind and catch up. Oh, I'm sorry. I will be
back after this topic.
Not didn't.
Oh man, come on, dude.
That being said, I am done saying my part about how that conference game, how that championship game went.
But yeah,
it's no knock against y'all, Craig, because nobody was expecting y'all to even be there.
I'll let Stanton go before I say anything. Y'all go right ahead.
Oh, I'm good. I had nothing negative to it.
I'm sorry. I mean Sadar. I meant Sadar. I'm sorry, Sadar.
No. To the Commanders' credit, look, Commanders played some good football down the stretch.
Nobody expected them. They were expecting them to move a game in the for real.
What was that? Oh. So I said the Commanders played some good football down the stretch. I mean, offensively, phenomenal with Jaden Daniels. Defensively, they held their own. They played hard, but they just like the Rams before the week before, the Eagles was just that much better.
No, we were robbed, and I'm not letting it go. We was robbed, dog. We was robbed.
Yeah, we was robbed, Stan, by ourselves, by turnovers, by stupid penalties down in the last drive, by not blocking. We robbed ourselves, man.
That wasn't it.
I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. The Eagles were just a better team, man. They just were, and that has nothing against the Rams. There's nothing against Commanders. The Eagles was just that much better. I mean, there was no stopping Saquon Barkley. There's no stopping him.
Well, he just took.
There's no answers for him right now.
Okay. You know who really pissed me off in this all this. It's those goddamn New York Giants. Okay, it's those New York Giants. It's those Giants. How do you let a once in a lifetime running back go to a team right down the street in your division? How do you do that? And you keep the work, and you give $160 million to one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen. Tell me, how does this GM still have a job in New York? How? After that phone call, we've seen the phone call all throughout on Hard Knocks, on all social media. How in the hell do you let that happen?
Not even down the street to a rival.
He should have been in the AFC. So he's supposed to have been the Bengals or something. I have to relive this nightmare. I did a purge from all sports shows for a while because after that game I was so livid because we acted like we were the team of old that game by turning up. And you said it right, Rio. You said it right. Turning over that ball. And that's the one thing you cannot do. And it's like, I'm sitting there watching the game like, oh, we got a chance. We can make it happen. It's like 3 minutes left in the first half. And Nichols turns the ball over again, and right before halftime, they score again. I'm like, come on, fellas, this is not us. And then from that point, the floodgates opened up, and it's just it's crazy, man. It's crazy because they put up that 50 burger on us, and it was it kind of hurt my soul a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, it was a dream. I ain't gonna lie, it was a dream. I was like, maybe we can make it. Maybe this youngin can get us there. But it truly wasn't his fault. It truly was the others. It was our defense. It was not holding on to that ball, and it was, they ran away with it. I must say that. I'm not giving the Eagles all that credit and all that BS, man. They won the game. They in the championship. Whatever. Right now, I am a Patrick Mahomes fan. Let's get the three-peat, Pat. I do not want to see the NFC East, our rival, walk away with the Super Bowl and shit. It's too many. Y'all don't understand the hate I've endured. I should really report a lot of the people on social media the way y'all been talking to me over the last couple of days. I mean, some of it is classic though. I can't even be mad. Some of it like, okay, you know what? I should have got some of these accounts deactivated with all the great trash talking, but it is what it is, man. But
So
go Chiefs though.
Here's I too, Craig, will not be giving the Eagles all that credit, especially with that blatantly missed roughing the passer call at the end of the Eagles-Rams game. Stafford got that pass off. Next thing you know, boom! I'm just like, no flag.
Was you within one step?
No, the ball was gone, like out of his hand.
I think they get one step.
And
he's not
Craig.
Patrick Mahomes.
And Craig, y'all just got
Patrick Mahomes,
man.
Mahomes, Craig, you right. He is not red 1-5. If he was red 1-5,
yes,
a
flag would have came out.
I tell you what, I'm gonna give you two a lesson in letting things go and let a naysayer know. Just wait.
Say that again, Sadal.
I said I'm gonna give Craig and Stanton a lesson in how to let things go and let a naysayer know. Just
Okay.
tune in.
I ain't letting it go. I ain't letting it go. But yeah, that's the NFC. 25-23. AFC. Just when you thought that Josh Allen was gonna do it, Josh Allen went and Josh Allen. And the Chiefs, for the 5th time in 6 seasons, will be headed back to the Super Bowl to again face off against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, we all saw how this played out last time. There were so many different variables. There was grass on the field. There was this. There was that. People got hurt. People weren't hurt. All these excuses. All this. Well, guess what? Now is the time, Philadelphia fans. It is the time to put up or shut up. And this is also the time where we, the fellas of the Man Cave, give our predictions of what Super Bowl 59 will turn out to be. I'm going to save mine for last because my prediction is right. Y'all can't doubt my prediction. Can't doubt it at all. Who wants to go first?
I wouldn't give you that much credit with your predictions.
I'm giving myself that credit, Sadar. God damn it. You can't talk about the professional year. Your prediction that you wanted to be wrong.
One word. Oregon.
All along.
One word.
Nonetheless.
Oregon.
Ooh. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Did he say Oregon? Did he just say that?
Oregon.
Let's pause in the show too. Let me get the camera.
He mentioned a duck.
Hold on, wait, let me get the camera. Yes, Sadar, and this brother right here said that my Oregon Ducks would not make it to the championship game. Would make it past the Rose Bowl. Yes. But you know what else happened? You if you're gonna call them out, call them right. The first year Big Ten champions did not win the Rose Bowl. If you're gonna call a spade, call it. Your team wasn't even close. Sadal is the participation trophy of college football. He just loves the game and loves all the teams except Kansas. And you know, it's cool, but I can confidently say we'll be back. We will be back before Florida State.
I can own
before your team here.
Yeah, I own mine.
We good. I own my team too, who even with that loss still had the best record in college football.
Yeah, but what kind of trophy did you hold up at
the Big Ten trophy?
The Big Ten.
Mm-hmm. First one. We walked in there to
the trophy. I guess it's
we walked in the trap, took over there.
So let me ask you this. So y'all worked all spring, played the spring game to host the Big Ten trophy. That's a damn shame.
You know,
that's a damn shame.
One day at a time. Ain't that what they say?
That's a damn shame. Y'all worked all spring to host a damn Big Ten
Bro,
trophy.
y'all worked all spring to host your job.
That's just like
being a Florida State Seminole.
No, that's just like a high school team doing all that work to we made it to the playoffs, but they ain't host no AAA title or nothing.
AAA,
AA, however A you want to put it. Y'all put in all that work just to hold up the Big Ten trophy. Come on, Stan, you got to do better than that.
You know,
but that's neither here nor there.
He leave that dope alone.
The goals were layered, and how many boxes?
He need to leave that dope alone.
Sadal.
Hey, Sadal.
Hey, I need that drop, man. I need that drop.
What I said, it makes sense though. Y'all worked all that time on the offseason just to hold the Big Ten trophy. Come on,
but that's step one.
But you know what? That's neither here nor there. We talking professionally now.
We are. We're
gonna visit that again in August, September. Yeah, August, September. Let's visit that again, August, September.
Wait, August, September.
Yeah, August, September.
How did we get to Oregon and we were talking about the Super Bowl? we got
Stanton's talking about his foolproof predictions.
My prediction is still foolproof. No, like you ain't even heard it yet. See, look at you. So
it don't matter. I ain't gotta hear it.
So you was challenging his credibility with his predictions.
That's what we were for 5 years.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait.
Something about 5 years?
Yeah, my 5 years that I first made when I came on. The Browns were in position to win it all. Everybody just got hurt, and then Baker Mayfield came in and
excuses.
Yeah. But here's my thing: the dog talking like every prediction he done made, he done been right.
I never said that. I never claimed to be right all the time.
No. I don't claim to be right. I've got the predictions turning in my favor. I've got the receipts. You have just got like every prediction you make has not come true. Has not. Like even hold on, no. The one prediction that did not come true that you hoped wouldn't come true, your reverse psychology prediction. I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. That one worked in your favor, but it didn't. But it did. But it didn't. But it did. I'll give you that one. The prediction you made this year about the 49ers, it didn't work, but it did. But it didn't. But it did. No, I'll give you that one. But other than that, it's you know.
So Sadal, what's your prediction for this one right here?
Okay, I think the NFL got this in the bag, and they're gonna have the Kansas City Chiefs win this one. The Chiefs gonna get the 3-peat. I really want the I'm really rooting for the Eagles, man, in this one. Just for Jalen Hurts to shut up the critics. You know, I really want that to happen, but it ain't gonna happen. The league ain't gonna let it happen. Especially, you know, the Kansas City Chiefs and the refs are gonna win this Super Bowl.
Damn. Wrong. Because
Oh well, y'all heard my prediction earlier. I don't care what happens. I just want Kansas City to win. I do not want to see. I'm a Hurts fan, but I can't stand any Eagle nothing. Get all them Eagles. Pat, get the 3 in a row, man. Get your 3 in a row. I just don't want to see it happen. And you know, if it does happen, I'll take another sports talk show sabbatical for about a week or so because I don't want to see them Bama celebrating Kansas. Damn Eagles. So yes, let's go Chiefs. My prediction.
Isn't it ironic that now Craig got the GoFundMe Wi-Fi? Dang.
Yeah. First it was me.
Oh, mine messed up. My Wi-Fi messed up. Y'all couldn't hear me?
First it was me.
Okay.
I was first.
Okay.
Well, no, I guess first.
You're not at the crib though.
I guess technically first it was Smooth because you know in the beginning when we was all together. So you know it's a rite of passage.
Okay.
Somebody got it. It's like when your internet goes. That's how you know.
You just don't talk about the producer in his crib,
huh?
And talk about his internet in his house. And he got the ability to cut your mic.
Y'all couldn't hear my prediction at all. Y'all couldn't hear me.
I don't get to see the behind the scenes.
No, we got you, Craig.
You were there. You were there. We were all there. We know what was happening. Don't act like I'm just talking like I wasn't in the foxhole with him. You was in the foxhole.
I say the quiet part out loud.
We was there. Who wasn't supposed to say the quiet part out loud? Every time I was on the show, what did you say? His internet needs some milk. And that was out loud on the stream. But now when it's somebody else, you know what? I know what it is. I know what it is. He hating on me because my high school better than his. This is the classic chapter of the Normandy UCD beef. I should have known. I should have known. It was right there. Should have known.
Nice try, man. Nice try.
I should have known.
Nice try.
Did you hear my prediction? Yes, we heard it. You said you don't care.
Deflect, Stanton. Deflect.
He said, "I don't."
Deflections.
Who wins? But I want the Chiefs to win. I don't want the Eagles to win, but I like Jalen Hurts. He sounds like them people that don't like the Lakers, but like Kobe.
Yeah.
I never said I didn't like the Eagles. I said I wanted the Eagles to win.
We're talking about Craig.
We're talking about Craig.
Is your internet bad?
Oh, we're talking about me. Okay. Yeah, you was correct with that. That was correct description. You were right. you were right.
That's the dog. Oh shit!
He said, "Oh,
hey, that's the dog that be playing Jeezy all the time for to come out." Oh, that's the dog.
You were exactly right. Yeah.
Woo! Hey, Sadal, leave that dope alone. You hear his voices directed at you. We wasn't talking to you, bro. I don't know what dope you got. Yeah, y'all not finna. I ain't say that. We never said you did, brother. Put the pistols down. Shoot.
So Craig, Sadal taking Kansas City. Craig taking Kansas City. I mean, for those that watch the show, y'all know I'm the underdog. I like the underdogs. So
who are they saying is underdog again?
Philly.
Philly again?
Philly. To me, Philly's gonna be considered the underdog.
Man,
you got a man that won 2 in a row.
All right. you got an unstoppable running back.
But I think it's more so what Craig talked about earlier when he said that critics talked about. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all saw the interview with Jalen Hurts talking about something. He in a straitjacket. Well, I don't think he's in a straitjacket. I think if he's in a straitjacket, AJ Brown in a straitjacket, Devonta Smith in a straitjacket, you have weapons on the field, but you're not entertaining them. So when it comes down to in the end of the game, well, to me, if I'm Spags and I know how this is going to turn out, he's going to force Jalen Hurts to beat him, which means he's going to have to rely on his legs and his arm. 26 is
it's gonna
20.
be a whole lot of blitzing and all that
26,
stuff.
yes, 26 is 26.
Okay.
Ain't nothing you can say about that. We all experienced it. 26 is 26. He is who he is. So I'm gonna say Philly, and it's gonna come down to again turnovers and who can capitalize on the turnovers. Because Kansas City has not been the Kansas City that I seen that won the Super Bowl the first year. They're not the same Kansas City Chiefs that won it last year. Well, to me, the Kansas City Chiefs that last year looked like the same Kansas City Chiefs that's playing this year.
I was about to say last year's Super Bowl Chiefs.
Like I was telling you earlier, Stan, Spags has bailed them out 2 weeks in a row. And he bailed them out last year in the Super Bowl. And if they win it again, he's going to bail them out again this year in the Super Bowl. They need to give this man a lot of credit. They don't give this man enough credit as they should. Because he comes with some exotic packages that you've never seen before. And it forces quarterbacks like Josh Allen, like he did last week, to force himself to make throws that he shouldn't make.
Can't get Spags out of credit on that. That's just
I'm sorry, he was a Rams guy, and I know that kind of like hurt y'all.
No, not even that. I'm just saying that's just the Josh Allen way. Like when the time gets tough, he get going.
Well,
you
ain't see that corner blitz. He didn't see that. He didn't see that coming.
He didn't see it.
He didn't see that. And he called it at the right time.
It's right. And he was like, oh, he's right there.
There's nothing he can do about that. When he coming off that edge like that, free like that, is nothing you can do. Kincaid should have caught that. If he would have put his hands up under the ball, all he had to do was catch it. I think they had one timeout left. They could have ran one play. Baz was already on. Get it in field goal range, they would have went into overtime. But that's not how it went. So I'm gonna go with Philly. Whoever wins a small turnover battle and puts themselves in a position to take advantage of the turnover. And I think that, they'll win by a field goal. Whoever wins I think they're gonna win by a field goal. It's not gonna be a blowout.
I hope Philly loses on the last play of the game when the refs make a terrible call. They call a pass interference on Travis Kelce in the end zone, and they win the game on a terrible call, and they're just mad as hell because the refs are in Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs' pockets. I want them to lose like that. I want them to be so upset that they just got done up by the NFL and the referees. I want that to happen to them. I want them Philly fans to cry and be mad. I want that to happen so bad. I just want to see them Bamas lose. But that's just me. That's just me right now.
Why you want them to cry, Craig?
I can't stand them Philly fans, man. I can't stand them. I can't stand them.
What's crazy is
I want them to cry. I want them to be out there like trying to fight the referees. I want them to be so mad. I want one of them calls to happen. One of them good Patrick Mahomes calls. Just like that. Yes, sir. Just like that.
Okay, Stan, what you got?
I would just like to say
we've been waiting on it.
That I just went and looked at the Kansas City postseason stats, and they've been getting ran over.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, and those were non-Saquon Barkley teams.
Buffalo did it.
The thing,
Buffalo was doing
they
it.
don't have Saquon Barkley. Cook is good. He's not Saquon Barkley.
It don't matter. They was running
It does matter. That's a strong man. It don't. You can plan to hit that man, and he will plan to hurdle over you. He can hurdle over you forwards, backwards, sideways, corner, diagonally. It's just the man has not been stopped. The only person that can stop Saquon Barkley, it's only two people.
Who is that?
Well, three people.
Who is that?
It's Nick Sirianni, whatever.
Sirianni,
The offensive coordinator,
Kellen Moore,
and Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
Those are the only three people that have been proven to stop Saquon Barkley. Saquon stopped himself when he had an opportunity to get his season high.
Oh, the break
in rushing, not even the 2000, his
the season high,
game high, like
the game high,
his game high. He stopped himself when the 2000 or the Eric Dickerson record was up. Sirianni stopped him.
Yeah, he sat him out.
Kellen Moore never stopped his brother, and I don't think he is. I don't think he is. So when you look at the fact that Saquon not gonna stop himself because he wants the Super Bowl, Nick Sirianni not gonna stop himself because he wants that Super Bowl. Kellen Moore just trying to up his resume for whatever head coaching job he take next year.
Saints. That's what they say. That's what they're saying. The Saints job.
That might be nice. But anyway, that has nothing to do with my prediction. My prediction is this. On Sunday, February 9th, Super Bowl 59, it will be the amazing halftime show performance by Kendrick Lamar and but yes, that is my prediction.
You was gonna stand, man.
So
I knew you was gonna
do stand. Give us a real prediction.
A real prediction? Okay. In a overtime stunner.
You're going OT, okay.
After a come from behind victory, the Kansas City Chiefs will have to watch Jalen Hurts hoist the Lombardi Trophy.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
The last person that I saw lose, then go back in the same scenario, his ego wouldn't let him lose, and he took it down to the wire. Talking about LeBron James, right? Jalen Hurts is no LeBron James.
Ooh.
But Saquon Barkley got a LeBron James engine when it come to running. Saquon looked like LeBron on the chase down block. Unstoppable.
That got to be one of my. No, that is my number one block of all time.
Unstoppable. And he's done it so many times. But yeah, that's my prediction. In an overtime thriller by a offensive error and then a defensive shortcoming.
Okay.
In overtime.
Okay.
Because it'll be won by a field goal. But the only way a field goal can be used to win is in the second possession.
Correct.
So that's what I see happening.
That's correct.
NFL couldn't write it any better than that. Or maybe they could. I don't know. They got some great writers over there.
We're gonna see.
But yeah, those are the Super Bowl predictions. The Super Bowl goes down February 9th. That's in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
While we're here in football, I just want to say I blame the NFL. I blame the NFL that the All-Star game is still happening in the NBA. Because think about it, they found a way to change and mess with the NFL Pro Bowl to the fact that it's now the Pro Bowl game. Who else in the history of sports has had these multiple days with multiple events at multiple places all happening at the same time?
No, nobody else.
Not baseball.
Baseball.
Baseball all happens in one place.
One place.
I've never seen a hockey All-Star weekend, so I don't know what they do. But I do know that's no knock to hockey. I just don't know when it is.
They got a skills challenge. They do skills challenge.
Okay. But all in the same building.
All
right?
in the same building.
Boom. Shout out to them. The NBA will go into one city, take over 4, 5, 6 of their major arenas to give us lackluster product. The only upside here is that I actually like the Pro Bowl games. I like how they found a way to turn it into something. Now, eventually, I feel like they're going to have to change it again because it might get stagnant after a while. But then when it's time to change it, I believe they'll do the right thing. Now, I say all that to say that the NBA All-Star teams have been revealed. And, it's some people who say that they got the list right. it's some people who say that they got the starting lineup wrong. I'm gonna let you guys look and see if there's any surprises, any wait, where's who, any wait, why is such and such a starter. Let's run down the list. Over on the East, we've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let me tell you, when I learned how to say his name, y'all couldn't tell me nothing. We've got Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, hometown hero Jason Tatum, and Karl Anthony Towns. That brother went to New York and got that dog in him.
You always had that dog.
Nah. He had that Minnesota dog in him. There was a difference. It's like that dog would be happy then on the crowd in 30 minutes. But this New York dog, something different. Over on the other side, the West, we've got Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, LeBron James, and Nikola Jokic, the best basketball player that don't want to be a basketball player. It blows my mind every time. That man said he'd rather be somewhere in Serbia on a farm.
Yes, he would.
But y'all got me over here making millions and billions of dollars playing this game. If he don't want the money, I'll take it. And so here's the new format for these All-Star weekend festivities. The NBA All-Star Game will feature a mini tournament with 4 teams. 3 teams will feature 24 NBA All-Star selections with 8 players each. And then the 4th team is the champion of the Castrol Rising Stars game. The format over to your right, the mini tournament will consist of 3 games. 2 teams will meet in one semifinal, and the remaining 2 teams will meet in the other semifinal. And then the 2 winning teams will play in the championship game. And for each game, the winner will be the first team to reach or surpass 40 points. So anywhere from 40 to 42. I don't know how you would get 43, because that would mean someone had to already be at 40. But yeah, that is the new rules, all the calamity. Any confusion, any questions?
So are they doing this in one night, or is this happening over 2 days? Is this happening on Sunday, All-Star Sunday, or is this happening? This could be a part of All-Star Saturday night. How is this happening?
It's all happening one day.
Hey, are we gonna get a quiz on this? Because
we are.
If you're 1, you divide it by 2, and then
there was
the other game, and then you times it by 8.
They doing too much, man. They doing too much, man. They doing too much. At the end of the day, they're gonna have to end this BS, man. They're gonna have to just take the game away and just have the All-Star Saturday night and be done with it. Because that's for real. The biggest thing about the NBA All-Star Weekend right now, which was leading it's the 3-point contest. The dunk contest is BS. 3-point contest is all you really want to see. And how about the rising skills child, the youngins balling out? They usually have a good game, but I don't know. It's sad. It's not good product, and that's indicative of the whole NBA right now. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that straight up. The whole NBA right now, watching is not entertainer. It's just some BS right now out there watching the NBA. It's like, especially my squad, but nevertheless, watching this, like they going up and down the court, everybody jacking a 3. It's like, God damn, what the hell? Is that the only play y'all got? That's the 3-point play is the only play you got now in the NBA. It's like, I don't know. It's not entertaining anymore. It's kind of I don't know.
Craig, your word to spell is indicative.
Yes, indicative. Yeah, and Eagles suck. Is that one word? I'm sorry. But go ahead.
He does not. No, I said spell, and he just gonna say yes. Your word to spell is indicative. Yes. Indicative. Did you just spell it?
Yeah, Eagles suck. That's how you spell indicative.
Oh my God. Oh man. Real quick, I want to bring up the comment left by Miss Dub because that's what I was about to say. This truly feels like the tournaments that we would play as kids when it got to the end of the basketball season. You know, it's like we playing 2 or 3 games in one day. It's like, yeah, they say kids got all this energy and stuff. Yeah, that's kids. LeBron ain't finna make all the he is. He be spending a bag on his body, so LeBron will make it. But it's like 3 games back to back to back. Well, I guess back to back to back to back. It's just with the tournament style
games that it's just 3 more games that they're not going to play hard in.
With the tournament, with the decline of the dunk contest, with the boredom of a 3-point shootout. Because if I want to see a 3-point shootout, I could just turn on 2 of the worst teams, and then they'll show me why they're the worst. Because they pulling up from they're driving past half court, pulling up right at the line. No one drives anymore. Everyone is shooting 3.
But you can't dog out the 3-point contest. I think 3-point contest is kind of good in the NBA on that Saturday night. That's the best thing about the Saturday night right now. I mean,
take it a step further, brother. I'm dogging out the whole damn All-Star weekend. I'm tired of it. I'm finding new ways to give us the same people. I'm sick of it.
Stanton, you're gonna make a lot of pros mad out there, and I'm not talking about basketball players.
Yeah. Just give the players those. Shoot, if they can find. What is going on?
I missed that.
Hold on.
Did they miss that, Sadal? They didn't get that, Sadal. They went over their head. Okay.
Like y'all want to have a sidebar? We got to teach y'all etiquette. You on the radio, Craig? Stuff. What'd you say? Because
I said you're going to make a lot of pros mad, and I'm not talking about basketball players. Okay, that's what I said.
No, I'm not. Because you ain't hear it. I said still give them the 2 weeks off. Pros gonna be pros. You got 2 weeks, and they got a free schedule. Pro on. Be the best pro you can. Who gonna stop the pro?
You can't stop them pros. You can't stop the pros.
We don't love the
pros. You can't stop them.
The pros gonna be pros, all right. So you know it's 2-3 weeks for them to pro out. Get your pro on.
That's a money-making weekend for them, boy.
That's gonna be made by the pros. And pro bono. No.
That's exactly what my mind was. That's exactly what my mind was. Right
back there.
But yeah, I say get rid of it. Look, it's just been a steady decline. They used to give a damn about the uniforms. They don't give a damn about the uniforms no more. They used to give a damn about all the contests. We can't give a damn about all the contests because it's a lack of dunkers so bad that they had to go back again to the G League and get Mac McClung. Who is he playing for right now? The Orlando Magic G League team. Is the same thing gonna happen like it did last time? He's gonna do good. They're gonna bump him up to a 10-day NBA contract, then send him right back down to the G League. This is the NBA All-Star game, not the G League All-Star game.
Oh, they have one.
They got their own All-Star game. Like, what are we doing? No one wants to dunk anymore, and the dunkers that are dunking don't want to be in the contest. Where's Ja Morant? Where's Anthony Edwards? What? Zion somewhere eating burgers and having sex with porn stars.
They got it. No, they got him on the program.
They got him on the program.
Yeah, program.
One burger, one porn star. Okay,
pretty much. Pretty much.
Like it's just
pretty much.
One burger, one pro.
That's what
pro
it
on
is.
pro.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
It's just does it even like does it draw in the same amount of money that it used to?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got
It has to, because ain't no way that y'all are gonna, it's called the Rising Stars Challenge now. It's rookies versus second year.
Second year.
Yeah, it's rookie versus second year. So yeah, essentially, people gonna be playing twice in the same game.
Pretty much.
That's where we're at, to the point where we're guaranteeing a game by saying, all right, it's the rookies versus the first year or the second years. That means we always gonna have a team for y'all to play against, and we always gonna have something. The
Rising Stars is on Saturday night. I mean, on Friday night.
Oh, the Rising Stars is on Friday night. Man. And what, 3-point and dunk? Wait, no, didn't they move one of them to the halftime of the game or something?
Last year during halftime.
Yeah, the dunk contest is so disregarded at this point that it doesn't even get Saturday night anymore. It is now the halftime arranged entertainment for the game.
I mean, you got so many guys.
Let it
For real? They moved it to the halftime?
It was during halftime.
They might as well have Taylor Swift at halftime, man.
No,
shit.
No.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, draw more ratings than the dunk contest.
As long as they beat the Eagles, bring the Swifties on. God damn.
But no, I just get rid of it. Contest be damned. Rising Stars Challenge is pretty much the only thing. And even then, they're just like, huh, look what I can do. You remember when it was Trae Young and Luka their year, and they were just looking at each other like, is it gonna go in? Is it gonna go in? Oh, it went in. Oh man, this is crazy. All it is just crazy shots. They just doing all the crazy stuff they do on warm-ups and getting paid for it. And just like they do when they do it in warm-ups. It's like, is it so bad to pay these players to have a break? Like just 2 weeks, refresh. 2 weeks can be the difference in rosters. Like, think about it. Someone can be injured 2 weeks later, they're good and ready to go. 2 weeks can make all the difference. Unless you done blew your ACL, then it's just like, all right, we'll see you next year. But you know, like I just really feel like they could do something better. And by better, I mean banish. But that's how I feel about it. I will not be tuning in. I just don't see a point.
Well,
that's just me.
So what's the cash prize at the end? How much money do they win at the end?
Comeuppance.
That right there is kind of interesting. I mean, I know a lot of players complaining about it now, but when it come down to that money at the end, everything changes.
Yeah.
Now, I understand the format. It looks like they're playing like an AAU thing. It's like a little round robin.
He was more entertaining than this.
You know, yeah, but still though, you play a certain amount of games during the day, then you come back the next day, and then you play these certain amount of games. But this, they just doing it all in one day, just by what I read. First team to 40 wins.
Yep.
And I think basically what they trying to do is they trying to show I guess to me, they want to show the fans that they can play basketball. They can all play basketball, but what I'm saying is every year
drafted by the NBA.
Every year they have the All-Star game. They scoring what? 200 points total, over 200 points. Defense is played the last 5 minutes of the game. To me, that's the part of the game I watch. The last 5 minutes. I don't watch the first pretty much four quarters. I watch the last 5 minutes because that's when they really balling to me. That's when they really count because they know that money on the line and they don't nobody want to lose. So I think what they my assumption, they just trying to try something different to draw the fans in to watch because I think the ratings on TV are kind of low as far as the game is concerned. The actual All-Star game is concerned. Friday night, all the skills challenge, all of that. I think everybody's tuned in. But I think when they played it on Sundays, when Sunday came in, I think their TV ratings are pretty low. So I think they want to try something different to get people to watch, tune in.
All-Star weekend is this weekend coming up, right?
No. Like 2 weeks. Yeah, they 2 weeks after the Super Bowl.
Oh, 2 weeks after the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
If
2
you
weeks
would
after the
say
Super
in
Bowl.
2 weeks, ain't nobody watching. Because they all gonna be watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But 2 weeks after the Super Bowl, don't they? It's usually something they gotta compete with, right? Like the Grammys or something like that.
Yeah. The Grammys is next weekend.
Honors
up this year. Okay.
Is that NFL honors?
Yep. Yeah, NFL honors. Yeah.
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 That's what it is. I couldn't think of what it was. I knew it was something that they'd be losing out to, but it's like you know it's bad when people would rather see awards given.
Snoop is hosting the NFL honors, I think, isn't he?
I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh, it was just
Still?
yeah. He said yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Smooth said
Y'all gonna tune in?
To the NFL honors?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll tune in.
I mean, I don't got no. I do have a horse in the race. The defensive rookie of the year. I got two that I would like to be co-defensive rookies of the year.
Another one too.
Yes.
And
Brady, baby.
Yeah.
V8 and the Kingpin.
Yeah.
Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, them Florida State boy.
That was the last of y'all.
And Torrey Holt, man. See if he can finally make it.
Oh, they didn't announce it yet. Okay, that is right.
They announced at the NFL honors.
They look the Rams on social media making the case, posting all his records, all this stuff. We have said this on the show every year that they nominate him, and that's about it. Every other major piece from the greatest show on turf is in the NFL Hall of Fame, correct?
Yeah.
Orlando Pace got in there, Kurt Warner's in there, Marshall Faulk's in there, Isaac Bruce is in there. Vermeil, Kurt Warner told him he was getting in. That was a beautiful moment. What's his name? Is Aeneas Williams in there? Yeah. Aeneas Williams is in there. Like when you think of all or majority of the pieces of the greatest show on turf, they all have gold blazers. What did Torrey Holt do?
I can't believe they put Isaac Bruce in before they put
to the point that they not putting him in. I don't get it. It can't be the fact that he played for multiple teams because Randy Moss is in there.
Bruce played for multiple teams.
What? Marshall Faulk played for multiple teams. Kurt Warner played for multiple teams. Well, 2.
Yeah, Dick Vermeil did coach.
Dick Vermeil coached multiple teams. It's just I don't.
In multiple decades.
In multiple decades. I don't get it. I just hope that this is the year. Hope 2025, or should I say 2025? I hope it's the year. I can't bend my finger to the side like Torrey Holt. I hope
in that way.
2025 is the year. I just really hope it is. I just really hope he tried to get that ring on that crooked ass finger. I just want to see it. I just want to see it. Come on. And what might jerk a tear from my eye is if all the other Ram Hall of Famers are there and for one last time they bob and weave.
Yeah.
Just one last time. Oh, that'll be great because he's the last piece. They could get fined. Our producer said they could get fined. That is true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. But yes, those are our Super Bowl predictions. Those are our NBA All-Star rants and whatnot. Now let's talk about who or what is adorned as the most difficult task in sports. Which task is harder? Now, I did see some things going on. So we've got hitting the baseball, making a jump shot, shooting a puck, or kicking a field goal. Out of those, or if you have something else totally different, what task is the hardest? Craig, what you got?
Well, on the promo, I made a mistake, and I said being a Commanders fan, and I was totally wrong with that. I was totally wrong. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have said that. Now, I got help from a good friend from Ladies Night. Bunny actually hit me up on IG, and she said, "Why didn't you just say the Wizards?" And that is the hardest task of them all. Being a fan of the Washington Wizards has to be the hardest task in any sport anywhere. For you to still be a fan and stand up and say, "Hey, that's my squad," you can't get it. It can't get, no job can be any more difficult than that. With the way that organization is turned to crap, just the disgust that they put out there on the field, on the court every night, it's like they've gone. Do you know they went the whole month of November, my birthday month, without winning a damn game? They're currently on, I think, a 9-game losing streak right now. Come on, that's the hardest task. Just to say, and I'm still here with them. I'm still a Washington Wizards fan, and that is the hardest task out of any sport doing any other thing. It's just supporting the garbage of a basketball team we have here in DC in pro sports. So that's what I have.
Okay. All right. Sadar.
I was also going to go a different direction as well. I was going to say go undefeated in the regular season and the playoffs. I mean, it used to be easier in college football when they didn't have the playoffs. Now they do. And so even especially with the expanded playoffs. So I say going undefeated. Now, baseball, I mean, they play too many games. I mean, it's nearly impossible to do. Basketball, you can get close, but still, you have to go because you have like series and things like that. You have to go undefeated and sweep every series and go and win the championship. That's like nearly impossible. Football, when you get into the NFL, you can get close, but it's just so much parity in the NFL that you can get close. There's a reason why only one team has done it since 1972. So I say go undefeated in the regular season and the playoffs.
All right. Rio, what say you?
Okay.
Well, I might have two things. One, I'm gonna say you got down here hitting a baseball. I'm gonna say pitching to me is a tough task. I think it is. Because you got to keep this little small ball inside this zone. That takes continuous practice over and over and over again. And you taking
a high velocity.
Yeah, and you're taking the wear and tear of your body on your arm. And like Sadal said, you're playing 160 some odd games. 162 games. Then you're going into the playoffs. So I think being a pitcher and learning how to pitch, knowing the fact that you have to deal with the element later on is kind of hard. That's my first thing. The second thing I got is basically just being a head coach of a team that was successful a year before and they fell off the following year, how do they rebound from the pressure? And the only example I can say is, and not to bring it back up, and I'm not trying to start anything, but Ryan Day was literally getting ready to be pushed out the door at Ohio State. They were going to push him out. And after they got that flag, after Michigan did what they did, and he went 0-4 against Michigan, 0-4. That's bad. I don't know what it was or what happened with them, but they gelled as a team and they turned it around. But I think being a head coach and you have a successful season, then the following year you fall off. That's what happened to us in Florida State. We had a successful season the year before, and look at us this year. We had nothing, nada, nothing. But they still keep Mike Norvell. They're going to trust him. They're going to trust him, and they're going to, put the time and the effort in him to see if he can turn it around. So those are my two things right there. I think it's hard because you have to literally believe in yourself that, hey, yeah, I can do this job. I can turn this program around. He's been there for 5 years. He did it 5 years the first time, but can he do it again this year and get back to where he was a year before?
Okay. When I first heard this topic, I had a few things that I can consider a difficult task in the world of sports. One, first and foremost, are all the men and women who take part in the upkeep of wherever that sport is played, especially the outdoor sports. Those who have to tend to the football fields, baseball fields, soccer pitch, rugby fields, just anything, because that terrain, that surface, has to be a certain way.
Yes, it does.
At all times.
At all times.
Any uneven area can result in the worst happening for a player.
Correct. Yes.
Like uneven turf can tear ACL, can rupture an Achilles, can do whatever. So that's one. Second, the people that sit all the way up high, right? I'm not even talking about fans. I'm talking about like the analysts, statisticians, broadcast people. You all the way up there. Yeah, you got your monitors and stuff.
Yeah.
But the monitor ain't gonna tell you how many yards that was. Y'all be saying it before it come up on the screen.
Yeah.
The monitor ain't gonna tell you that. It ain't gonna tell you what yard the ball landed at. It ain't gonna tell you, he missed it by that much, which is why I am convinced that they have had to develop over time some type of technology that tells them exactly what's going on. And they just read that, and they don't got to worry about somebody like, where did the ball go? Is it on the 47, the 48, or to the 46? It's got to be a chip of the ball somewhere. It's like, it went this distance. It's here at this yard line. It's this. So to whoever had to do that before the technology came around, that was a difficult task. And last but not least, y'all have heard me say it before. I will say it again. Fresh off of a 122-100 loss to the damn Boston Celtics. Bump your Wizards. Being a fan of the Chicago Bulls is a daunting task. Yes.
No.
Yes, it is. Yes.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did your Did your Bulls do 2-3 peats? No, my Bulls did 2-3 peats. And what have we done since? Not a thing.
Dude, stop the madness you're talking. My Washington basketball organization has not won a championship since 1977, sir.
Exactly.
1977, sir. So it's no way that it's hard to be a Bull. You had Michael Jordan. You had Michael Jordan in a lifetime, sir. How is this even a question? How are you even talking about the Bull? You had Michael Jeffrey goddamn Jordan, and you saying it's hard for you to be a Chicago Bulls fan.
It is.
You better stop it, man. I don't hear all that.
You know what we sound like? We sound like damn Cowboy fans. We sound like them people that peaked in high school and only talk about high school. That's what we sound like. Like, your Bulls are trash. Okay, we got 2-3 beats. What have we done since? We got an organization that don't know what they're doing in a world where Jimmy Butler was a Bull and a damn good one too.
I will take
Chicago
Chicago Bulls any day. I'll take your whole squad. You give me your whole squad and bring them to DC right now, and I ship my DC squad to Chicago and see how you be talking after that. How about that? You deal with Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma, these two buffoons on the basketball court. Come on, now what you talking about, man? You
a miracle.
Man,
the Bulls would be miraculous.
I can't believe we're arguing about who's the worst organization right now. This
would be ass. Because that's what I'm doing. Because since we swapping the teams, it's the Washington Bulls and the Chicago Wizards. We both still gonna be ass. Okay? It doesn't matter what we do. We done made head coaching changes. We done made personnel changes. We done made front office changes. Didn't work. Didn't work. Didn't work.
You must didn't hear me say that I am 53 years old. The last time we won a championship, I was in the first grade, sir. Okay, I was in the first grade, sir. Okay, that's what you need to understand. I am 53 years old, dude. The last time we won a championship, I was in the first freaking goddamn grade. What are you saying to me, man?
What? It's like
and I'm still a fan. Yeah, come on, man. Stop it, man. Stop it.
Craig, that's the thing, though. But it's been so long. You've never seen it happen for real, for real. You got first grade memories. You can't remember it vividly as if it were to happen 2, 3, 4 years ago. That's the thing. It's just a faded memory. The pictures are black and white. Like, we've been good. We've had opportunities to be good. And who keeps screwing us over? It ain't the players. It's not the players. Y'all just got bad players. So it's not the players. It's the organization. Players can be fixed. You've seen that with your Washington Commanders. An organization can be fixed. I just said that, Smooth. Damn it. Like, niggas, you not listening? That's why. When
I just said that.
If the whole when did he have an interruption? What we got to get today? Bulls lost. After I just said, if the producer ain't watching his own show, what is going on here? You know what? I'm up. Fuck it. They saying no. I'm going.
Dude. If we go to this year, let's just talk about this year. You won 20 games. You know, okay, you won 20 games. You're not happy with that? Look at this. We won 6 games this season, and we're going to win 6 games. Okay, and we're almost to the All-Star break, and we only won 6 games, dude. Are you not? I don't understand what you want from your squad. At least right now, you're in the top 10. You can actually make it to the playoffs right now. What are you talking about, man? It's not.
He got a point.
Y'all there though. Y'all are there.
He got a point.
Y'all are there.
Come on, man. What do you want, man? It's like
back on what Craig's saying is, and this is what I've been seeing.
Mm-hmm.
The trend is DC has been the dumping ground. That's what it's been.
It's been a shit. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Smooth. It's been a shit show. That's what it's been. That's what it's been.
That's what they've been doing. And until they change the organization as a whole, they will never get better. It's not necessarily the players, it's people who sit at the table.
My glory days are Bradley Beal and a healthy John Wall. How about that? Those are my glory days. Those are my glory days.
Michael Jordan. Y'all have had it. We ain't had nothing.
No, y'all ain't had nothing.
We had a journeyman in DeMar DeRozan who was gone after 2 years. You see where he is. Whenever we get somebody good, we do not keep them. Whenever. And it's not because of injury, like John Wall when he got injured. It's not because of that. John Wall was just injury prone. If he was better, like if he had better ligaments and all that stuff, y'all would have been good. Dude's just injury prone. Just like my Derrick Rose. Hate it. But what if we had since Derrick Rose? After John Wall, y'all had Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal ain't no scrub now. He ain't a scrub. Let me tell you something. I'll take Bradley Beal over Zach LaVine any day of the week. Any day of the week. Any day of the week.
I'm not saying Bradley Beal's a scrub or anything. I'm not saying that. He's not a sorry player.
He was making
when the spotlight was on him, he could not make the team better. And when he had the keys to the car, he was not driving that. He was driving it only for his points. He was driving himself to a payday. How about that? And that's what he got. He got himself to a payday. But as overall, the team was terrible when he was doing his thing by himself. Think about it. That team was terrible. Only time that team was good when him and John Wall were healthy and they played together and they had some select pieces. But from there, you have to go back to Wes Unseld. That's how far I have to go back. After that, I can't even go to Chris Webber and who else? The dude from Juwan Howard. I can't even go to that era because you know why? Because Michael freaking Jordan beat the brakes off. Your Bulls killed that era for them. You know what I'm saying? We had Rasheed Wallace. We had Chris Webber, Juwan Howard. We had a squad. But what happened? What happened? Michael goddamn Jordan happened. So they were nothing. Come on, man. It's like, come on, dude. You can't win this battle. We had Rip Hamilton. We had Ben Wallace. You know how many players we had? Man, you go, oh my God, I'm about to get mad for it. We had a squad for a second, and we did nothing.
He was killing it.
That same squad that you want to talk about, my squad? You want to know why my squad didn't last past 97, 98? Front office. Same issues. But what have we done since Michael Jordan? Y'all have had star players. We ain't had nobody except Derrick Rose.
We had star players because we always had the first picks. What do you mean?
Please name
never won more than 50.
One point where our star player was Dwayne Wade, fresh removed from his prime in Miami. That was our star player. At one point, our star player in saving hope was Rajon Rondo. No, scratch that. At one point, our star player and only hope was Nate
Robinson. That's deep.
Would you take Nate Robinson over Bradley Beal? Would you take Nate Robinson over John Wall?
No, I wouldn't.
Jordan
No, I
Poole?
wouldn't.
Would you take Nate Robinson over Kyle Kuzma? Craig, shut it up. I don't want to hear.
Sir. The last time the Wizards won 50 games was in 1979. And he's still talking to me. Why are we having this conversation? Somebody please change it. Let's go to another subject, please. The last time they won 50 games was in 1979, sir.
No. He right though. He right, Stan. He right.
The last time we won 50 games
He right.
was in 1979. Brother, we ain't made it past 43.
What does this guy want? Link. Yes. Let a naysayer know.
Jesus. You trying to say, no, the Wizards are worse. Okay.
They are
Y'all ain't never been nothing, though. It's different when you reach the pinnacle. And then it's like,
they had playoff runs.
I said the pinnacle, brother. The pinnacle is Larry O'Brien. That's the pinnacle.
He said that. That was the last. He told you.
Just the one. And then the one when you were in first grade, what is that, 5, 6? 47 years ago? Okay. I'll give you that. In my lifetime, brother, ain't seen it. Ain't got no memory of nothing. You got the memory. I don't. I got VHS and YouTube. I ain't got no memory of this. The closest my Bulls have gotten was 2010. The 2010-2011 season. When we lost to the freaking Heat. So now, we may agree to disagree, but both of our teams is ass.
We just had an argument about whose team is worse.
This is crazy. It's been crazy.
So the dog going into what Craig just said, I guess they didn't already let each other know, let a lay say a no to each other. So what is your let a lay say a no?
Let a who?
Let a nay say a no.
I'd rather go last on this one tonight.
Ooh.
This
This
brother, you
sounds
just called your name. See,
this pretty deep.
I'm gonna go last. You'll see why.
Okay. Well, I really don't have anything. I honestly don't.
Okay.
I mean, you guys going back and forth was enough for me.
So guess what, Sadal? It's last.
Okay.
This brother said I'll go last right now.
Okay. Strap in, y'all. Now, what I'm about to say is not groundbreaking.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Sadal. Go ahead, Sadal. Look, he's like, what happened?
Go ahead, Sadal.
Go ahead, Sadal. Go ahead. He done just made a man pause for real.
I don't know what's going on, man.
Go ahead.
All right. So
go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know what that was. That was. All right. What I'm about to say is really not groundbreaking to anybody else. But if you follow me on this show, on the platform, I'm about to have one of the hottest takes I've ever had to take. All right. I'll set it up for you.
Not the bullets.
So I've been watching the NFL playoffs, and the NFC side, you know, you have Tom Brady in the booth. And I'm thinking to myself, Tom Brady is a pretty good color commentator, which really had me thinking, why do I really hate Tom Brady? And I had to think about it. Reason why I hate Tom Brady is not because of Tom Brady. And it really wasn't about the Patriots. The reason why I hate Tom Brady, really the person I really had beef with was Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick all those years was cheating. He was the one taping players' walkthroughs and practices and things. He was the one. Him and his coaching staff. It was Bill Belichick. It wasn't Tom Brady. Tom Brady was not my beef, nor the Patriots. And I had to really think about it again, like, well, I really don't hate the Patriots. The Patriots are a different team now anyway. And furthermore, I really don't hate a team, even including the 49ers. I get on the 49ers because of Tebow, you know, to get at him. But other than that, I really don't hate the 49ers either. So I think I have a change of heart here. Kind of like Kobe Bryant when he retired. I used to hate Kobe Bryant, you know, because I thought in my head that he was the reason that the mini dynasty that him and Shaq had, he was the reason that it broke up. But I had to learn
he wasn't
over time. He wasn't the reason. It was Shaq because he was lazy. And Kobe really had a work ethic. And he was really about winning. And so I've grown to respect Kobe Bryant. And so what I'm trying to say is I respect what Tom Brady did in the NFL. And I'm willing to say right here tonight, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. And I give him his props.
What?
Yep. I let it out. Beef is over with for Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the greatest of all time.
Oh, no.
I wipe my hands with it.
Now,
no beef.
It's a little. First of all, did you watch the Kobe documentary on CNN? It's a little 3-part series.
I did.
Okay. Cool. Now, a little confused here.
You still got your seatbelt on, or you need to take it off?
I'm
still strapped on.
Oh my lord. Oh my.
Wow.
Anyway,
this could go so many different places with this strap on. What are y'all doing?
Oh,
What are y'all doing right now?
I get no better.
We can go so many places with this strap on.
No, my lord, great. That was no better. But my thing, okay, so
well, smack my mama.
So you said your problem was never really with Tom Brady.
No.
It was with Bill Belichick, right?
Yeah.
Tom wouldn't have 6 of those 7 if it wasn't for Bill Belichick.
It's true, but you can't blame Tom Brady on that. All he simply did was play the game.
Correct.
The way
he wasn't on defense. He didn't play defense. He played offense. The team came in against the Rams offense. They taped the walkthrough. So in the walkthrough, you go through the first 15, 20 plays of the game. There was one point where it was a clear fake to Marshall Faulk. Any other team that didn't know the fake was coming, Marshall Faulk that year was the focal point. And in theory, the whole defense would shift to Marshall Faulk's side if it's a fake. They didn't bite on the fake. Why didn't they bite on the fake? Because they knew it was coming.
That's 1 of 7. What about the other 5 in New England? Did you cheat for those too? We ain't got no proof. The other 5 in New England. They won 6.
Yeah, but
Sadal, do you think that Tom Brady didn't know
3, 4, 5, 6? Come on, question. Come on, because I was thinking that too.
Did you think that Tom Brady didn't know that Bill Belichick was doing what he was doing?
I'll ask a secondary question. You don't think that they didn't record any defense and that Tom wasn't watching that either?
Maybe
eyes just didn't touch the tape.
Maybe he was.
You thought he just cleaned his hands.
But
of it.
at the end of the day, you got to execute. And I thought that too, man. I had to think about it. I mean, it's hard enough to really get there in the position, in that position. You got to think about it. Tom Brady and that team made it to 10 Super Bowls. And they won 7. No, they won 6. No, Tom Brady. No, in total, Tom Brady made it to 10 Super Bowls, and he won 7. The Patriots made it to 9 Super Bowls and won 6. That last Super Bowl that he won, it wasn't with the Patriots. It wasn't with Bill Belichick. And the thing was about Tom Brady. Well, can he win it without Bill Belichick as the coach? He did. And he won it fair and square. So, and that was number 7. I can't deny it. You know, if I'm going to be a smart football fan, I gotta call it like it is, man. It was never with Tom Brady, man.
And to me, that solidified his stamp of approval to me as being the GOAT, because he did it without being in the same system for 20 years.
So, I mean,
and he did it as soon as he left too. That kind of, I was impressed.
You know, a lot of people still
Well, hell, if that's the case, Stafford
credit,
go too. He did it as soon as he left.
they do credit Bill Belichick.
Stafford.
But
as soon as he left,
they never give. What? What did you say?
Oh my God. No, because Craig had said as soon as he left, he won the championship. Like as soon as he left New England. Like, well, if that's the case, throw Stafford in the GOAT conversation. Stafford ain't 6 part. Okay, but as soon as he left, he won.
No, I
Solidifying
can't. I can't
As
do
soon as
that.
he left, I'm still stuck on the fact. Like,
come on!
I said that Bill Belichick was the problem, but in reality, Bill Belichick was the solution. Because think about it. Okay, yeah, they cheated on the first one. What about the other 5? Does that not come down to how you coach to prepare a game? Does it not come down to that? Or is it like, yeah, the coaching is cool, but what it really comes down to,
he got caught on multiple occasions taping practices. It wasn't just the Rams. He got caught and he got fined by the league and suspended.
He did. But the thing that what Sadal said that stood out was at the end of the day, you still gotta execute.
Very true. Execute the game plan given to you.
Yes.
You didn't come up with that.
Correct. So every
If
time
you were a lousy quarterback, you've been throwing interceptions, you've been making the wrong reads. Now think about it. Tom Brady never really had a number 1 wide receiver until he got Randy Moss.
Thank you.
And they went undefeated, went to the Super Bowl and lost that one. The other Super Bowls that he won with second tier wide receivers. He didn't really have anybody. Maybe Gronk, you can probably name him. He's a tight end though.
His number 1.
Edelman wasn't a number 1 receiver. I guess he was.
Y'all gonna sit here and say Julian Edelman wasn't his number 1? Didn't Julian Edelman get an MVP in one of them Super Bowls?
Let me I'm gonna say this, and I'm
not a number 1 receiver on any other team. Now you got to admit.
Okay. I'll admit that. I'll admit that. But he probably would have been the number 1 wide receiver, but he would have been just as good if you would put him with another quarterback.
Out the league when he got to the Patriots. He was cut by like two or three teams, like 4 or 5 times. He even got cut by the Patriots, and they picked him up the second time, and he made the team, and that's when he got anywhere. And then after he left, he didn't do anything
because of Tom Brady. So there's not a work ethic that he put into.
Correct.
If Tom Brady put in this work ethic to say it's not just Bill Belichick, then why are we saying Julian Edelman was only this?
Because he made him a better player. If you look at their relationship as a teammate,
guy every year
lockstep. That means he had to follow Tom Brady in that work ethic. He made him follow him. That's one of the greatest things about Tom Brady is that he was a great leader. He knew how to motivate. He knew how to lead. I'm sitting here on the Platform Sports Talk Show amping up Tom Brady, but I am.
He's a dog. I
thought I'd never see the day. This is just amazing right here.
Everything you said, everything that I be telling people on my job about, and they were like you. The same way they hated Tom Brady. I said, you really need to look at
delusional.
You really need to not look and focus on him. It's not him. He's not the problem. He never was the problem. He never was. All he did was go out, and like you said again, and I'm gonna say it again, all he did was go out and execute and play the game. It's the stuff behind the scenes that was the problem.
And then if you want to bring up a scandal, quote unquote, Deflategate.
Yeah.
Deflategate was a nothing scandal because they were talking about deflating footballs. Well, the Patriots aren't the only ones playing with that football. There is another team, another opponent that are playing. They don't have separate footballs for 2 different teams. So that's a nothing. That's like a nothing kind of deal.
Andrew Luck played with the same ball that Tom Brady did. He said it was nothing wrong with those balls.
You know something? Can I go left real quick because I'm in Sadal and your little soliloquy that you had going. You mentioned you didn't like Kobe Bryant, and I'm with you. I didn't like Kobe Bryant for a while, but for a totally different reason. God bless his soul. But I didn't like Kobe Bryant because y'all remember when he got caught up in that whole scandal in Denver with the young lady and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You remember y'all remember that episode, right? Do y'all remember when he did? I think it came out in the news or he did an interview, and he threw Shaq under the bus in public and said, "Well, you know, Shaq has women too. He's out there cheating, doing this thing too."
Yeah, he did.
And that had nothing to do. That's when I lost my respect for Kobe Bryant, because I'm like, hold up, dude, what are you doing? That had nothing, because you got caught up. Why are you ratting out Shaq? So I had to it took me a while to get past that to become a Kobe Bryant fan again, because you broke some old man code stuff. They don't matter. Y'all out there doing y'all do, because you get caught up, you gonna rat this man out. That was I
forgot about that
me
one.
And my Kobe days, I was like, I can't, this dude is the worst of the worst. I mean, that really, it took a while for me, you know. Once again, God bless his soul, Kobe. I'm a big fan of his, don't get me wrong, but it took me a while to get past that. Because I was still living in St. Louis when that happened. That all came out, and I was on, y'all remember this network called Riverfront Radio? Y'all remember that little network that was out? It was out for a while. I don't know if y'all remember. That's probably past y'all time.
Riverfront Time, newspaper.
Riverfront. They had a Riverfront Radio. It was they had a little studio. It was an internet radio spot. It was internet radio before internet radio got all big, you know, for the podcast and all that. And that story broke out, and I talked about that dude so bad for about a good 2 hours. I couldn't believe he did that. I'm like, what are you? But you know, that when you brought it up about Kobe, you didn't like him. I just remember I was like, boy, I didn't like Kobe for a good 2-3 years. And then I, you know, got back. I was a Kobe fan again. I started respecting Kobe again after Shaq left and he picked up them 2 championships. I was like, okay, Kobe did this thing by himself. He didn't need Shaq, but nevertheless.
I thought about what could have happened that night that led to Kobe just eventually ratting on Shaq. Because in my mind, I keep thinking something had happened. Something must have went wrong.
He got caught with the girl in Denver doing his thing in Denver. Remember that scandal happened in Denver in the hotel?
No. I'm not saying what happened, because I remember what happened. I'm saying what happened that night between Shaq and Kobe. I hold in my mind that something happened. And so when he got caught, he was like,
they were in the midst of the beef, man. They were beefing because Kobe was like, hey man, you need to come to practice and we need to get this thing together. And Shaq was like, man, I got this, man. I don't need to practice, you know. And they bumped heads. And you know, them being immature probably led to him saying what he said.
Yeah. He was young then, and that was some immature. That was some woo.
It was a plan that night. Something went around with that plan to Shaq's advantage. Yet Kobe get caught. It's like, dang, I don't get this and I get caught. Oh, okay. It wasn't just me. It wasn't just me. Like I feel like that was a 2-man gone wrong. I'll even go as far as to say Shaq and his petty ways, because we done heard some Shaq stories, even beyond the Shaq and Kobe. Like over these last 2-3 years, the amount of Shaq stories that have come out about Shaq being an asshole is crazy. Like the amount of stories, the thing he did in somebody's shoe. The shoe shit? Yeah, craziness. And so it's like, what if Shaq and his petty let it be known that something happened, and then Kobe and his return petty, since they were bumping heads, it's like, oh, okay, Shaquille O'Neal out here doing this shit too. That's him, big 7 foot whatever. Him, he be doing it. But yeah, you know, in the 7 going on 8 years that this show has been around, I never thought I'd hear the day that Sadal gave Tom Brady his credit. It's a new day. Yes, it is. Well, it is also the end of the show. We made it. We are here. The last Wednesday of 2025 is in the books. I want to thank all of you all for tuning in throughout the night. Please make sure to follow us on all of our social medias. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube and click on that bell. And whenever you want You can also go to YouTube and watch the replays of this show. And then also remember, on Hot 365 Radio, you can always catch the replay of our most recent show on the following Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. This has been the Man Cave. And next week, we've got the return of Ladies Night, and they will definitely have a lot to talk about, especially with all these off-season moves being made in the WNBA. So they'll have a lot to talk about. And then, every Wednesday, that ain't the first one or the last one, catch the Platform Sports Talk Show, the granddaddy of the network, where it always is a great show. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. On behalf of Sadal, on behalf of Craig Black, on behalf of my brother Rio, my name is Stanton. We appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and click on that bell on YouTube. And we
who was at the SLU game last night, sat real close to the action.
Okay, Doug joining us right now on the Collier and Thompson phone lines. A gentleman with his own podcast, which I believe I have been on. And Doug, is it called the Platform Sports Talk Show?
Well, I'm not sure. Perhaps we should ask him.
I believe that's what it is. I've been on it. Joining us right now is Smoooth. Good morning, Smoooth.
Hey, good morning, y'all. And yes, you are correct. The Platform Sports Talk Show, your Wednesday night sports delight. Goes on every Wednesday, everywhere on social media.
There you go, Doug. There it
It's
is.
tonight. Okay. Today's Wednesday. Can't wait.
Yeah, and yes, and as Tim said, I had the pleasure of having him as a guest about maybe 2 years ago now.
Yeah,
and
I feel
it
like
was,
that's what it was.
Yeah, it was one of the best shows we had, man. Very open dialogue. Shared a lot of stories, and it was just a great time.
Hold on, is Smooth a lemming?
The light gong.
I don't think people realize just how beloved I am.
Is this a plant? Was this a plant?
Smoooth, you texted in to say that you were right there. So what took place? For those of you just joining us, maybe you didn't see it, there was a brawl in the final 70 seconds of the Billikens' win over VCU, and we're trying to find out what caused it. So you're an eyewitness, Smoooth.
Yes, so my mother and I, it was her first game ever at the Chavis Arena, and I wanted to take her out to the game to enjoy the experience. So we got there super early, sat in our seats, and we saw the mother of Philip Russell, who used to play at Vashon High School, and she arrived, her family started coming down, of course, started getting packed at the arena and everything. So here goes the fun part. So during the game, no hate on, older white people who like to drink, but y'all know how y'all can get at times when y'all can start heckling the refs and heckling whatever, just talking stuff. So anytime there was a play that happened during the game where Philip Russell was involved in it, they would just say, "Oh, that was a foul on him," or "Oh, he missed that shot." And so anytime they would say something, then his mother would turn around. Now, I think early on, she was just playing with him, just going back and forth. And so she would say, "That's my son. That's my son, and he going to do whatever," stuff like that. So going on throughout the whole game. So right at the very end of the game, during that last time out, with about 1 minute to go in the game, something got said. She turned around, and she started walking up towards our row. Now, the people that were heckling her, one group of people sat right in front of our row, and then 3 seats over was where there was a man with a nice big can of Bud Light or Busch, whatever one it was talking stuff, getting red in the face. And she started walking up, and she wanted to actually sit in what she thought was an open seat and just continue to play around and just talk stuff. However, one of the men, I guess it was a lady or wife, told her, "Hey, you can't sit here. This is my seat. You got to leave." And she kind of touched her. And there's one thing about black women. If you don't know them, you can't touch them. And the mother said, "If you touch me again, it's going to be a problem." So something to that nature. And then the white man that was sitting 3 seats down from us started talking. So what you going to do? They'll come up here and whatever, talking all this stuff. And my mom and I was like, wait a minute. It came from being playful banter to all of a sudden, I think it's about to be a problem here. So I said something was going on, so I grabbed my mom. I said, Mom, come over here to my left. Let's go towards the aisle. So all of a sudden, this young black man who was sitting further down to our left, who I think was part of the family or friends of the family, he just walked across my mother and I. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So he stood up and just stayed right in front of the white man that was talking stuff. And all of a sudden just swung on him. And all of a sudden, here goes the melee. So I grabbed my mom. I said, Mom, let's go ahead and go up these steps and get up out of here because we ain't got time to, be part of the mess. Now, for a minute, I thought about going viral and using my phone. Like, hey, let me record this. I'm like, no, let me go be smart. My mom is here.
Smoooth, who was at the Smoooth.
However, one of the men, I guess it was a lady or wife, told her, hey, you can't sit here. This is my seat. You got to leave. And she kind of touched her. And there's one thing about black women. If you don't know them, you can't touch them. And the mother said, if you touch me again, it's going to be a problem. So something to that nature. And then the white man that was sitting 3 seats down from us started talking. So what you going to do? Don't come up here and whatever, talking all this stuff. And my mom and I was like, wait a minute. It came from being playful banter to all of a sudden, I think it's about to be a problem here. So I said something was going on. So I grabbed my mom. I said, Mom, come over here to my left. Let's go towards the aisle. So all of a sudden, this young black man who was sitting further down to our left, who I think was part of the family or friends of the family, he just walked across my mother and I. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So he stood up and just stayed right in front of the white man that was talking stuff. And all of a sudden just swung on him. And all of a sudden, here goes the melee. So I grabbed my mom. I said, Mom, let's go ahead and go up these steps and get up out of here because we ain't got time to, be part of the mess. Now, for a minute, I thought about going viral and using my phone. Like, hey, let me record this. I'm like, no, let me go be smart. My mom is here. This ain't the experience that she deserves to watch. But all of a sudden, the melee was just going crazy. So they, as you saw in the video, they going down the steps, choking and pushing, and the whole nine. And it was just a whole mess. But it all started because the mother and a few of the fans were kind of going back and forth all day. But it was in a playful way. But I think what happened, as my mom was saying, was that the mother instigated it and made it worse by actually coming up to the step, because the mother was like maybe 5 rows down from where the fans were talking stuff from. But she walked up the steps in her mind thinking it was all good. And that's when the white lady was like, hey, this is my seat. You got to go ahead and leave. And then it just got personal and it went out of control.
Wow. We saw a video. There was a taller guy in a Billiken sweatshirt, smooth, bald guy, and they were trying to get him out. Was that the guy that had the exchange, or was it the older guy who was getting pulled down the steps in the video? Or were they not involved with this initial confrontation?
So the bald guy, which sat right in front of me, he wasn't having an issue with the mother at all. So it wasn't him. It was the guy that, like you said, was getting pulled down. He was the one that was instigating it even more with the mother. But the bald white guy, I guess because he was cool with the people that he was with, once the melee started, maybe he got agitated by something, whatever, and then he got animated. But no, he originally was not part of the issue. Now, he was one of the ones that was yelling at the refs throughout the game or whatever, but it wasn't anything towards the mom. But maybe that was his wife, that the seat was that she tried to sit in, and the lady said, this is my seat. I'm not sure, but like I said, he was part of that group. But when I saw the replay and how animated he got, I was like, oh, man, this man sat right in front of me. So yeah, it was just crazy, and I don't think they ever had a melee during a basketball game at SLU before. So that was the first, I think.
No, I don't remember. You didn't see anybody get seriously hurt, did you?
Say it again.
Was anybody seriously hurt, as far as you could tell?
No. And then, as my mom and I were walking up the steps, there was a young man wearing all red hoodie, red sweatpants, and he started walking down the steps, and I'm like, uh-oh, this ain't good either. And then you see him on the video. Now, I'm not sure if he was part of the fight, but he was in there trying to get into the middle of things, so I'm not sure if he did anything as well. But it was just a very interesting experience, I would say, last night for my mom's first game.
That was her first game. Oh, my.
Will you be discussing this on the platform?
Yes. So I need everyone to tune in 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube. Just put in the Platform Sports Talk Show. Tonight is the All Fellas show called The Man Cave, where anything can go down. So check it out. Everyone subscribe to it like y'all subscribe to 101 ESPN and TMA.
Oh, fair.
And,
fair, cool.
hold us down.